Your life changes when you decide. Most people think life changes because of luck. Some think it changes because of money. Some think it changes because the right person enters their life. But the truth is much harder and much simpler. Your life changes the moment you decide. Not when everything becomes perfect. Not when fear disappears. Not when the world finally supports you. It changes when you say, enough is enough. I am not living like this anymore. That one sentence, that one inner decision has more power than years of waiting. Let me ask you something. How long have you been waiting? Waiting to feel confident. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for the right time. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. And deep inside, you know it. You know you are capable of more. You know you were not born just to survive. You know this life you are living is not your full potential. So why hasn't it changed yet? Because knowing is not enough. Thinking is not enough. Wishing is not enough. Only decision changes life. A decision is not a thought. A decision is not a plan. A decision is a line you draw between who you were and who you are becoming. Before the decision, you negotiate with yourself. I'll try tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'll see how things go. After the decision, there is no negotiation. There is only action. That's why decisions are powerful. They eliminate excuses. They silence doubt. They force movement. And movement creates momentum. Why most people never decide? Here's the painful truth. Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they stay undecided. They live their entire life in almost mode. Almost disciplined. Almost confident. Almost successful. Almost happy. They wait for motivation to show up like a guest. But motivation never comes to people who wait. Motivation follows decision. When you decide, energy appears. When you decide, clarity appears. When you decide, courage appears. But people avoid deciding because decision is scary. Because when you decide, there is no one left to blame. No more blaming time, no more blaming people, no more blaming circumstances. Decision means responsibility. And responsibility terrifies people who are comfortable being victims. Indecision is the real enemy. Failure is not your enemy. Rejection is not your enemy. Fear is not your enemy. indecision is. Failure teaches you, rejection redirects you, fear sharpens you, but indecision slowly kills dreams. It doesn't hurt loudly, it hurts quietly. It looks like scrolling instead of working. It looks like planning instead of starting. It looks like dreaming instead of building. And one day you wake up older, tired, regretful, wondering where all the time went. Time didn't go anywhere. You just never decided. The moment you decide, something shifts inside you. You stop asking, "Can I do this?" and you start saying, "I will figure it out." You stop living based on feelings. You start living based on standards. Because disciplined people don't rely on mood. They rely on commitments. They don't wake up asking, "How do I feel today?" They wake up asking, "What must be done today?" Decisions turns ordinary people into unstoppable ones. Not because they are special, but because they stopped quitting on themselves. You don't need permission. Listen carefully. No one is coming to approve your dream. No one is coming to understand your pain. No one is coming to validate your struggles. And that's okay. That's completely okay. You were never meant to need permission. Your growth doesn't require agreement. Your future doesn't need applause. Your decision doesn't need witnesses. Most people won't support you at the beginning. Some will doubt you, some will laugh, some will disappear. But later, when results show up, they'll say, "I always knew you could do it." Let them talk. Your job is not to convince people. Your job is to decide and act. Decide even when you are afraid. Here's something no one tells you. You will never feel fully ready. If you wait for confidence, you'll wait forever. Confidence is not the starting point. Action is. Decide while you are scared. Decide while your voice shakes. Decide while your hands tremble. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving despite fear. Every strong person you admire once felt exactly like you feel right now. Uncertain, doubtful, scared. The only difference, they decided anyway. One decision can rewrite everything. One decision can change your habits, your income, your body, your mindset, your entire future. Not instantly, not magically, but gradually, powerfully, permanently. Decide to stop quitting. Decide to stop settling. Decide to stop betraying your own potential. Your future self is begging you for this one decision. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. Remember this, your life will not change because you watched this speech. It will not change because you felt inspired. It will change when you decide and refuse to go back to your old self. Decide that this version of you is over. Decide that growth is non-negotiable. Decide that your life matters. Because the moment you decide, the universe doesn't move. People don't move. You move. And when you move, everything else follows.